A warm welcome to you all grade 12s. Today I want us to look at sigma notation. Alright, so I gave you two examples there, 1 and 2, which we're going to work on them, okay? Yeah. Example number 1, you can clearly see that, by the way, this is a very simple, okay? Sigma notation. So when we talk about sigma notation, we're talking about the sum of specific terms in the sequence, okay? The first, how many terms? Of the sequence, okay? Yes, so that we're talking about the sum of the terms in the sequence. So if you look there, there's an information given, meaning that you can also determine or you can also formulate a sequence from the information given there. So for example, at the top there, the number that is given at the top determines or shows the number of the terms in the sequence. Or in my own way, I just say this is whereby we stop counting, okay? Yes, stop counting at 8. Start from 1 at 8, stop counting. Something that indeed we have 8 terms in that specific sequence, okay? Yes. While in other cases, for example, here the count start from 2 and we have 10 terms, meaning that we have skipped 1, so that we have 9 terms. But I'm going to explain that more depth when we're dealing at number 2. So let's first do number 1. So when we do number 1, the very first thing that I want us to do there is to break down and formulate 4 terms and calculate the sum, which is to determine. Okay, so the very first thing that I want us to do is to break it down. So I said to you, this is the number of terms, so that this is the stop of the count, okay? Yes, stop counting at 8, okay? So this is the count or the counter, so that you start from 1 counting, okay? Yes, substituting, start from 1, get the first term, number 2, substitute, number 3, and then end, okay? Yes. Alright, let's first formulate the first 4 terms and calculate the sum. Alright. The very first term, so for number 1, this is going to be for number 1. The very first term is going to be 5 multiplied by 1 minus 1, so it's going to be 4. 5 multiplied by 2 minus 1 is going to be 9. 5 multiplied by 3 is 15 minus 1 is 14. So 5 multiplied by 4, 20 minus 1, 19. So we can clearly see there the difference is 5, is 5, is 5. And indeed we have an arithmetic sequence given there. Okay. So let's move forward by calculating the sum, meaning that you have to determine. However, in other cases in your exams or in your tests, whatever the case may be, so it might given sigma notation expressed and the question says determine. So you know that you determine what? You calculate the sum. So this is a showcase of the sum, okay? So let's calculate the sum. So the sum is over 2. Okay, so 2a plus n minus 1d. Okay? Alright, so the sum of how many terms? Of the 8 terms, okay? Yes, sum of 8 terms. 8 terms is equal to 8 over 2. 2, what's the very first term? The very first term is 4. The very first term is 4 plus n, which is 8 minus 1, the difference is 5. Yeah. So we have 4, 2 multiplied, so 8 plus, so we have 8 plus 35. 8 minus 1 is 7 multiplied by 5, 35, okay? 35. So this is going to be equal to, let's press in the calculator. So we're just going, let's just add 8 plus 35. 8 plus 35 is equal to 43 multiplied by 4. That's 172. 172. That's our final answer for the sum of the first 8 terms in that sequence. So that's it. We have finally answered the question. So let's move to number 2. So at number 2, ladies and gents, I hope you can clearly see that we are given that the counter stops at 10, so mean that we have 10 terms in the sequence, so number of terms. So this is the count starting from 2, So if ever we're going to substitute, we're going to start from substitute from 2, not at 1. So that in that case, we have skipped 1. If ever we're saying we have 10 terms, so that's going to oblige us to say we have 9 terms. Because we have skipped 1, we're moving up until 10, but starting from 2. That's the very first way to deal with it in a way without applying calculations or whatever the case may be. However, there's another way. You can just clearly say 10, okay? The number of the terms in the sequence minus the counter, which is 2 plus 1, which is going to be 10 minus 2, 8 plus 1, 9. So that we have 9 terms indeed in that sequence. Or you can just use the fingers. Only if it's going to be easier if ever the number of terms given there at the top is less than 10 or is equal to 10. So let's say we're starting from 2 moving to 10. Let's say how many terms we're going to get. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So mean that we have 9 terms indeed in that sequence. That's how it goes. So please try to memorize this and use it in each and every instance. You can also apply it in the right instance, okay? Yes. Alright. Please don't forget to do that, okay? So that's number 2. So number 2, let's first write down or formulate the first 4 terms. So 3 multiplied by 2, so for number 2, 3 multiplied by 2, that's going to be 6 minus 5, it's 1. 3 multiplied by 3, 9 minus 5, it's 4. 3 multiplied by 4 is 12, minus 5, it's 7. 3 multiplied by 6, right? Yes, 6, it's 18, minus 5. 18 minus 5 is 13, okay? So you're starting from 2, so 2, 3, 4, 5, or 5. 3 multiplied by 5, it's 15 minus 5. 15 minus 5, it's 10. Yes. So mean that the difference there is 3. You can see 10 minus 7, 3. 7 minus 4, 3. You get 3. Okay? Yeah. So let's move into actually determining our sigma notation there. So we have to calculate the sum for number 2. So for number 2, Sn is equals to n over 2. Okay? 2a plus n minus 1 d. Okay? So this is going to be equals to. Okay, so mind you, I said to you we have 9 terms there because the count is starting from 2, 10 terms. So 9 over 2. We have 2, 8. The very first term is 1 plus 9 minus 1. The difference there is 3. Okay? Yes, it's 3. Okay, let's just say that. Okay, so 9 over 2. So we have 2 plus 8 multiplied by 3, it's 24, right? Okay, so this is going to be equals to. So let's press that in the calculator. 2 plus 24 is 26. 26 multiplied by 9 over 2. 26 multiplied by 9 over 2. That's 117. 117. That's our final answer. And I think because guys, you can pause and look thoroughly and try to practice and look given that in the place that you didn't understand. You can ask also the questions through the comment section, or you can comment through any mistakes maybe that I've done, or maybe your confusions, whatever the case may be. See you in the next time. Have a good day. Cheers. Thank you.